Morphin Power Rangers. I'm going to die on this hill, okay? Alpha 5 is Mexican, dog. Who in the hell else goes...
With a head shaped like a sombrero?
Sí, güey. No mames, that's Mexican, güey. Alpha 5, perros.
Tengo ganas de ser fiel, pero eso no se me da.
That's gonna be headcanon from now on.
He's Mexican, chinga mi madre, güey. No, that's too cringy. I can't even do it.
You were gonna do the Morphin bit?
Yeah, I was doing the Morphin thing and I cringed out.
Sí, güey.
Welcome to the list. This is a show where we pluck out a name of the Geeks from Joysticks Podcast YouTube channel. Watch this, watching a viewer from viewer pleasure. I'm your host, Enterprise, my Morphin ghostly friend,
Felix.
my Zordon to my Power Ranger, mi compa Felix. The movie we are scratching off the list today is the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. A giant egg is unearthed at the construction site and soon open, releasing the terrible Ivan Ooze, who wreaks vengeance on Zordon for imprisoning him millennia ago. With Zordon dying and their powers lost, the Rangers head to a distant planet to find a mystic warrior, Dulcia. Bruh. It been a minute since I watched a D1, but as a child, because I was like I said, like most 90s children, I love the powerful Rangers, man. That was my shit. Yeah,
I stopped watching the Rangers like 10
years
my
ago.
teens way. Yeah.
No, you were late 20s. That way. Yeah, I was the Red Ranger because that's who was the leader in the beginning, and then they brought in Tommy, and then everybody jumped over to Tommy, and I was like, nah, I'm still the Red Ranger, man. That's my favorite color. That's my guy. You're a red too?
Yeah.
No, only one red and ya escogió, so you have to pick somebody else.
No, tú me pelas la verga. Okay, pues I'm gonna be Tommy. Me vas a sigues pelando la verga.
That's fine. Yeah, it's like little kids. So I used to fight with my cousin all the time because he wanted the Red Ranger. I was already the Red Ranger. Te la pelaste. You have to pick somebody else. And then he was like, okay, I'm Tommy. And then when the Tommy was white, then he was really, really Tommy. I was like, ves, cabrón. Everything that hasn't happened in the last 10 years, I don't remember how I felt. I don't really remember much. I just go based off of nostalgia. So like story-wise, all these other stuff that now as an adult matter to me, I had no clue as to how did the story play into the movie. The movie was released after one season of the show, which back in that time wasn't really something that was so precedented. So this was like a huge risk that they were being taken. But as most Power Rangers fans know now, it was based off of the Japanese show Super Sentai. They did reverse engineer the show with just using the action scenes from Super Sentai. I didn't know that in Super Sentai, the Yellow Ranger is actually a dude.
Yeah, that's why he didn't wear a skirt.
That's why
he had a huge bones, güey.
Yes, tiene una verguilla ahí, mi compa, güey. Es que fue con la Trini, güey. And in Super Sentai, the character of Tommy actually dies in the series.
Oh, okay. I remember this. I think everybody liked Tommy so much that he brought him back as the white one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because of Tommy's popularity, they brought him back.
I mean, the Green Ranger was always leaps and bounds better than the White Ranger, la neta.
White Ranger's kind of clean. Cast-wise for the movie, of course, we got Jason David Frank, rest in peace. Amy Jo Johnson coming back as Kimberly. And David Yost as Billy, as well as the two goofy-ass hooligans.
Did you ever have like this huge crush on Kimberly also?
Everybody did, dog. That was the lady of the 90s, bruh.
And oh my God, I'm rewatching the movie. I was like, oh, some old flames in my mind.
Smoking way. When she's out of her costume, you know, she got abs, she ripped and shit. So what I did not know is that Amy Jo Johnson and David Yost, who played Billy, were actually gymnasts. So that's actually them doing the backflip.
Oh, neta?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason David Frank, he was doing also his own stunts, didn't he?
He was also doing some of his stunts, but in the show, Austin St. John, who plays
Jason,
and Walter Emmanuel Jones, who plays Zach, they actually have a little bit of martial art background to it. So that's why
I remember that too.
They would kind of double up as not only acting, but also they would do their own stunts. So that's kind of like one of the big deals why they didn't come back for the movie. Also, Tai Trang, who played Trini, rest in peace, she passed away at the age of 27. She left the season after a season and a half because it wasn't really a great deal because of what I was saying. They would have to double up as stunt doubles and do all this very meticulous and hard fighting scenes. They would get up injured and all this other stuff. So when it comes with the deal with the movie, they all wanted more money. They were actually going to recast the whole clan. But Jason David Frank was like, no. We're the Power Rangers and figure it out. They unfortunately weren't able to figure it out with Austin St. John, Walter Emmanuel Jones, or Ty Train.
So that's why those three were different?
Yeah. What I did appreciate is that these new actors were not Zach and Trini. They had their whole different personality and their whole different character. They weren't it wasn't really featured much in the movie, but it wasn't like, oh, Zach used to be black, now he's an Asian guy, and it's still Zach. No, it's a whole different person.
Mm-hmm. What's his name?
Adam.
Yeah.
Adam and Aisha.
Simon.
And Rocky, because they also recasted my Red Ranger, which I didn't like. I wasn't a huge fan of Rocky.
No, me neither. And I think Jason came back in the Zeo Rangers as a black one. Mm-hmm. Oh, the Golden Ranger. I'm like, oh, damn, Jason.
Yeah. Jason David Frank has a record of most colors. He was red, green, white, and black throughout the whole series.
Black. Oh, Simon and Dino Thunder.
Yeah. But obviously, everybody had a crush on Kimberly. But as far as a Power Ranger goes, I think she sucks. She's like the Daphne of the group, you know? She's pretty, she's got like a dumb blonde dialogue, and then she's always getting in trouble, and Tommy has to come in and save her. Because I was like, okay, that's kind of messed up. Only the girls need help. But no, there would be times where the Red Ranger was stuck, and it was like, oh, Adam, help me, and he would come in and help her or whatever. Yes, the girl would get
a team,
right, and yes, like there's a scene where Aisha is stuck and she's screaming, and they come and help her. But I think everybody, Kimberly would be the one that would get the short end of the stick with her.
Yeah, I think she was always the weakest Ranger, because even the Yellow Ranger had some kick-ass moments.
It was also I giggled because they're supposed to be teenagers and they're all in their early 20s.
Oh, Simon, at the opening of the movie, I forgot about this. They opened with a skydiving scene. I was like, whoa, like
that was pretty cool.
They really try to hammer in that they were extreme people.
As a movie scene, it's pretty cool. It's pretty well shot. Like they're falling from the sky and they're doing tricks and shit. Like, oh, that's kind of sick.
Yo, it is sick. But the thing that got me like cracking was the fact that everybody had their helmets and Jason David Frank's helmet was like too small. Mm-hmm. Or I think that was the size. I don't know, but like half of his chin was sticking out.
Another little detail of the cast, Mariska Hargitay was supposed to play the Master Warrior.
Oh, okay.
Because Gabrielle Fitzpatrick got ill and they filmed a few scenes with Mariska, but they didn't feel like she was right for the part, so they just waited for Fitzpatrick to recover. Oh. She did a great job. Fitzpatrick's got a crazy ass body too.
Oh yeah, she was rocking.
She was ripped.
Oh, the whole storyline with the kid and the family.
That could have got cut. I didn't like that.
No. A banging song came out of that.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
No, even in the scene where the kids are doing all the ruckus. Mm-hmm. We're in trouble. I was like, what?
I remember that. Oh, we're in trouble. That was pretty sick. That was pretty lit.
The prop design was pretty dope to the point where this is the first time ever where I believe that the Power Rangers were wearing armor.
Well, because it wasn't just latex. Now there was actually armor added to the suits. Also, Zordon was recasted, and I thought that was kind of weird when he was like outside of his tank or whatever. Because in the series, is just one guy that went in to film he shaved his face and just did a bunch of facial animations, and that was it. It took him like an hour, and they just kept using that forever and ever and ever and ever.
Oh, wow!
So that's Zordon from the series. It's just him doing a couple facial movements, and that's it. I'm gonna die on this hill. Okay, Alpha 5 is Mexican, dog. Who in the hell else goes
with a head shaped like a sombrero?
Sí, güey. No mames, that's Mexican, güey. What? No mames, no seas mamón. That's pinche mexicano, güey. Alpha 5, perros.
Tengo ganas de ser fiel, pero eso no se me da.
That's gonna be headcanon from now on.
He's Mexican. Chinga mi madre, güey. By far, MVP goes to Paul Freeman, who plays Ivan Ooze.
Oh, yeah.
He's fantastic as a 90s villain. He reminded me a little bit of my grandpa. He has like a facial structure of one of my grandparents.
No, mommy.
But I thought because everybody except for maybe Ivan Ooze, you can tell there's a whole lot of ADR in there. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't match. Paul
it
Freeman,
is a staple of the series also.
Yes, which that's why I give it a pass because it also happened in the series. But Paul Freeman's voice sounded a whole lot like Christopher Lloyd. So I thought it might have been Christopher Lloyd under there. I thought it was, but it wasn't. It was Paul Freeman, who was a very great British actor.
Too kind. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the galactically feared, globally reviled, universally despised. They call me Ivan Ooze.
I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was going to be extra cheesy. Looking back at it now, he's fucking great.
Yeah, I think that's MVP for sure.
Yeah.
Even though he leaned into the whole Power Rangers cheese, he made it his own.
Yeah, Rita Repulsa shows up with her crew, and they're still cool. They're still pretty cool design-wise. I think that's so iconic. Zed with his brain hanging out, Goldar, awesome.
Did you know that Zed and Zordon are from the same species?
No.
Zordon was Lord Zed's protege. I was reading about this because I was like, who the hell is Lord Zed? Turns out that Zed went against the orders of a mission, and he got penalized, and in an accident he lost his skin.
God damn.
And that's how Lord Zed was born.
The comics go crazy. There's crossovers with the Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles are also crossed over in the show.
They go ham with that one.
They go crossover with Superman and the Justice League. I didn't know that. And the
Power Rangers?
The Power Rangers. No, hold on to your tits with this one. The craziest one. They have a run-in with Freddy Krueger, dog.
A la verga.
It's one of the newer ones. Like, and there's cursing, and it's like dope. It's sick.
Con el Freddy's, vato.
It's pretty wild. It's
Ay,
pretty wild.
ay.
Zed is nasty and cool. It's kind of crazy. It's a kid show. The way he introduced himself made me giggle.
I am Lord Zed, sworn enemy of all that is good and decent.
And I'm like, there's a whole lot of Zeds out there in the real world now, man. Damn.
And I always asked myself, why does Rita Repulsa look different in the movie than in the series? Well, dawned on me, bien pendejo, that she's an American actress and the one in the series was the Japanese one.
Yeah, that's why they dubbed it over. The dub kind of helps, like, and they kind of did it here too, where they dubbed her to kind of match as if that was Rita's aesthetic of the way she talks, you know.
Simon.
I thought you said this guy was the master of disaster. He's nothing but a slime-infested jelly donut.
Someone shut her up.
When he summons the crows, there's definitely a Wizard of Oz shout out with the flying monkeys, how they take off in the beginning.
Simon.
That just made me immediately think of Wizard of Oz, or I guess I should say Wizard of Ooze.
Move this man!
I also didn't remember there were so many different bad guys. Like I already mentioned those two, and then the wall guards are pretty cool too.
Oh, those were sick. They looked
Scary.
they look scary.
Yeah, like the fighting is cool, but then they ruined it with this goofy action song about action boy. I'm an action boy now, and I'm an action girl now. That was weird.
Action boy now! Action girl now! It's over!
But they did make it up with the splatter effect. I thought that was like super crispy clean. When they throw the whatever thing into the wall and it turns into the ooze, that was so crispy and clean. I was like, whoa, you did that back in 1995? What the hell?
CGI is shockingly terrible.
At the time, it was actually praised.
My God.
You got to think, this is the beginning of CGI.
I have to say that even though it looks like shiny, like a polished
see
turd,
what it is.
you can't know, but it's very fluid.
It moves decently. The whole space fight compared to now, obviously, is ass, but because you can't see it, it's just like a garbled mess.
Why is it always chrome?
I guess that was like the easiest thing to make.
Interesting. Yeah, I would imagine the opposite.
Yeah,
because like making shiny shit in renderings is hella tough.
like even the design of his machines weren't great. It's very clunky and messy. Because even the fight with the dinosaur, it looks cool because it's practical effect.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite fights of the movie.
Because it's easier for you to buy in because it looks kind of real. You know, if they would have done that CGI, it would have looked horrible.
And chromed.
Right. It was always going to be chrome. I did love the emergency nut punch in the Zord.
I hated it.
It's the best. There's an emergency button that you push to kick the giant thing in the nuts. That's great. That's fantastic.
I thought it was so stupid. I thought you just pull a lever and do it. Why do you need a specialized button to destroy his nuts?
Go for an emergency. She breaks the glass. She pushes the button, and then the nut punch happens. I'm like, wait. The emergency is nut kick. Like, okay.
And it was like a very dramatic destruction of the thing. Like she elbowed the panel, and it just shattered. And
right, like she's gonna pull out a giant sword or something cool. No, it's a kick in the dick. Oh yeah.
I thought that the one that gave them the powers was like this ninja motherfucker, this huge blue ninja with armor.
I thought it was a ninja guy too.
But no, that was in the series with the ninjas, with the Ninja Rangers or the whatever.
That came right after this movie, right? Because that's what this movie feels like. It's like they're setting up the ninja part because they changed the beast or whatever, right? But then that doesn't get represented at all in the suits. They go back to their old dino suits, and you're like, well, aren't you supposed to be the frog guy or whatever? But no. I forget what the second suits look like. Was it like the ninja part?
Yeah.
Do you remember the ooze being sold in real life, or am I tripping?
I think,
because I vaguely remember that, but I can't remember if I made that up or if that's real. I could swore I had a jar of that thing, of that stuff.
I am going to say no. I do not remember, or do not have a memory of that being sold.
Because I did Google some, and some pictures do come up, and it looks like it did, but I can't tell if that's like newer stuff, that gets reproed for fandom, or if it was actually legit.
I don't think so, because remember watching it on TV, and a lot of Power Rangers commercials popped up, and never remember seeing that one.
Power Rangers was the like it was everything at this time, because it's right after the first season, and I think it was a hit straight off the bat. I remember like everybody was deep into that, like also shout out to the video game of this movie. I played the hell out of it. One of my neighbors had it. He would come over, play it on the Super Nintendo. It was great.
Oh, I played the Zord one.
That's a fighting one. Yeah, there was there was one for the series. I think I remember that one, but I think I remember the movie one the most.
Oh, that came out of Super Nintendo?
They both came out for the Super Nintendo, along with the Genesis and Sega CD.
I'm gonna play the one. I'm gonna play it.
So even with all the goofy cheese that is expected, I really, really enjoyed this stroll through nostalgia. This is like Power Rangers was my shit growing up, right? But unlike Felix, I did move on to some other things. So obviously, let us know what other movies you would want us to do for the list down in the comments, along with facts and what Power Rangers meant to you in life, anything and all. Let us know down below down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and remember to always and forever, you do you.
Bye-bye.
I'm not doing It's Morphin time. It's too cheesy. I can't.
Do it.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it.